What's up, guys? Steve here with Seoul Lifts, and I'm going to give you a little hint on bench press here that comes from one of my buddies over on photography. And of course, when you're setting up for bench, you want to include the leg drive. So this is one of those full body lifts. You want to push all the way through the posterior chain, through the back, or through the butt, in the legs, driving with the legs, and maintaining an arch in your back. So normally what I would do with my bench press setup is something like this. I'd get the arch in the back. I'm just pulling the shirt there so you can kind of see the arch in the back, and I'd stick my feet nice and solid on the floor. But note that my knees are up above the level of the bench. So as I drive through the legs on a heavier weight, my butt's going to come up off the bench. And you'll see that here. So this is a lightweight, but I'm going to imagine that it's a big weight. And as I'm driving up through the legs, you'll notice the butt coming up off the bench, which isn't ideal for a number of reasons. So we obviously don't want the butt off the bench. So instead, the suggestion made to me was keep the knees below the level of the bench. Your setup's going to feel a little bit awkward when you first do this, but you're going to walk back a little bit more. Bring in your feet so that they are below the level of the bench. Your knees are lower than the bench. That means bringing your feet back a little bit more, and it's going to make that arch in your back a little bit more dramatic. So I want to make sure that my knees are below the bench, and it's going to look a little weird coming into it. There's quite a pronounced arch there, especially with the knees down. But as you leg drive through, I'll show you here, again, we're imagining this is really, really heavy, and as I'm leg driving through, my legs aren't going anywhere. My butt's not going anywhere. I'm still getting the leg drive. I'm still pushing through with the legs, but because of the way my body's working here, I'm not going to lift up off the bench. So hopefully that helps for you guys, and until next time, keep growing.